this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Richardson to throw off play action. Complete to Washington. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. 1st and 10, here's Richardson with it. Man open left side, it's Williams. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. First and 10, it's Richardson. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Yannick Ngakoue, his 2nd sack of the night.
He saw the pressure and he got out, but he never got upfield. And the defense, they took full advantage of a rookie mistake there. They were able to add a big loss on the sack.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. 2nd down, here's Richardson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. 3rd and long for Richardson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. And that is no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. They trail by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And they're going to get this up to midfield. The Vikings on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From midfield, here's Mahomes. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Richardson working from the gun. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I know in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Richardson. He's got it to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. Now Richardson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Able to avoid him at the 40. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Richardson off the play fake. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Richardson. He's got this complete to Williams. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they take a knee. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jonathan Taylor punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions have opened up a 2-touchdown lead in this 4th quarter.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Holding.
So already not the best to kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Mahomes. Pass incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Mahomes gets this to Moore. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And Mahomes going to hustle him up to the line here. Connecting with Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. First down now, but that clock rolling. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Richardson going right to the air. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnston. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right in a yard.
Brings up second and goal at the 34-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Richardson on 3rd and short. Throw left side, complete. That's Johnston. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Richardson now on 2nd down. Toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And Richardson looks to throw once more.
To the right side and complete to Washington.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running and some blocking and kind of attack. But then that's what drive going right here.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Play action. Now Richardson.
Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnston.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when got.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jonathan Taylor, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out and start the drive at the 25.
So now the Rams will get their first opportunity with a football.
They're led out by last season's comeback player of the year. In his 3rd season now, it's Joe Burrow.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long.
I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
They start the drive with Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletions. They're going for more.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Watch out for Hill on the return. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive.
They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they at one line that, hey, we worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. To the right side, this is Taylor.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 40 run. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On 1st down, Richardson. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 25. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
They go play action with Richardson.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Noah Fant from 21 yards away. And the Lions are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches say all the time that the power arm is the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Good move at the 30. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
3rd and 2, now Burrow.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Burrow now off the bootleg. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
First down, here's Burrow. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal, Burrow. And complete, right side to Cook. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Boswell's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down. Richardson off the play fake. He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete. A big play there for Detroit. 72 yards. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And this is more of the same right here. These guys have definitely been the aggressors here in the first half. They pushed the envelope in terms of play calls, and that's reflected in the score. And now they're in a position to widen this lead.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air according to Next Gen stats. Wow. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. Keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Lions continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10. As opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Gregory Rousseau. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. So out now come the Lions.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
2nd down, here's Richardson. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
And that is incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Burrow will throw. Got his man there complete to Gallup. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now Burrow.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. With plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So he needed a little assist from his friend the right upright, but 3 points all the same.
Yeah, he's a right-footed kicker. Normally, you don't mess with the right upright as a right-footed kicker, right? You're trying to bring it back right to left. But in this case, he got the assist. Right was right.
And Detroit back in possession of the football. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here's Richardson to throw.
He finds his man, complete. It's Johnston.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And Richardson looks to throw once more.
To the right side, complete to Taylor.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Richardson looking to throw.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC divisional round game. And it was the Dallas Cowboys who are moving on to the next round as they were able to knock out the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams, and they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
3 yards remain for second down.
Cook up the gut. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Cook again.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They go play action with Burrow. They'll roll him out right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And a completion to Wilson. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down. Here's Burrow.
And that almost their first INT of the ballgame. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
On second down, it's Cook again.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Burrow on third down. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on third down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Cook.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I see him shaking the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Again, it's Cook pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Cook.
And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
And now down 3 scores, I don't think there's any decision at all. You've got to go for it because you don't know how many more times you're going to get an opportunity. Field goals, they're not going to cut it in this situation.
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Taking it about the 1.
Taysom Hill to return it.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
On first down, Richardson. Finds his receiver, Watson.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On second down, it's Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back? That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
First and 10, it's Richardson.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They set a load a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Third and long for Richardson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Dexter Lawrence, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, the way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable in that position there.
Your chance and see if they can get the score.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
1st down. Here's Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Gregory Rousseau able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now Richardson from near his goal line. This is the tight end Fant. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
11 yards there and a line first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, just like last play.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And this is caught. A big play there for Detroit. 62 yards.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Taylor diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Now it's Burrow. And this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
To the air again, Burrow. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Burrow. Setting up the screen for Cook. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line.
60 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Now Richardson back to throw it. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson.
And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it, as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
sending his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Lions are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season, get his 1st touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the one.
Jamal Agnew now to return it.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The football going back to the Rams now. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Burrow will throw.
Going right back to Wilson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
Charles.